What's good, Melanin Warriors, and welcome back to the Melanin Warriors podcast. I know it's been about 2 months, man. I missed y'all, man. I hope y'all missed this information, but we back now. So if you are a new viewer, this is where we honor the legacy, uplift the truth, and amplify the melanin-rich stories, that colonizers tried to omit. Y'all seen the history books, man, but we ain't gonna go there. Today we're diving into the names that deserve to be etched in the Hall of Legends as one. I myself didn't even know about her, man, until I done some digging. We're about to talk about Miss Claudette Colvin, man. Let's get it. Let's go.
Stand for something, you gon' fall for anything. Melanin Warriors. Let's go. M-E-L-A-N-I-N. Warriors. M-E-L-A-N-I-N. Warriors. M-E-L-A-N-I-N. Warriors. Melanin Warriors. Melanin Warriors. I shade all my kings and queens. Melanin Warriors. Either you stand for something.
All right, guys, y'all might say, no, KT full of, man. That ain't for real, man. But did y'all know long before Rosa Parks kept her seat on the Montgomery bus in 1955, 15-year-old Claudette Colvin had already done it. But history didn't even give her the same shine, man. But we're going to do it right now, man. Let's unpack why they didn't. Claudette was born on September 5th, 1939 in Montgomery, Alabama. She was a studious, intelligent young woman, sharp, inquisitive, and unafraid, man. She wasn't afraid of nothing. Raised in a segregated South where Jim Crow laws were in full effect. If y'all don't know what Jim Crow is, man, maybe I'll do an episode. Y'all put something in the comments. Let me know if y'all want that. Claudette grew up knowing the sting of injustice. Now, picture this, y'all. It's March 2nd, 1955. Claudette just 15 years old, man. She's still a baby. Is riding a segregated bus home from Booker T. Washington High School. She's just sitting there in the colored section, you know what I'm saying? But when the bus fills up, the driver is going to tell her and a few other highly melanated riders to give up their seats for white passengers. And guess what Claudette said? And I quote, "It's my constitutional right to sit here, man." So she was not going for that shit at all. Excuse my French, but I just got excited. So y'all let that marinate for a second, man. This young melanated girl from Dr. King's March, before Rosa Parks' defiance, before the world was paying attention, this teenager was the first one to say no. And she didn't say it for attention. She didn't do it with a strategy team. She did it because she believed it was the truth. And that the truth said she was equal. Absolutely, man. No, nothing else to be said, man. We believe the same way you believe. She wasn't going for it. And here's where it gets deep, y'all. Claudette was forcibly removed from the bus, arrested, and charged with violating segregation laws, disturbing the peace, and assaulting a police officer. Yeah, you heard me, assault. Even though she was the one that was manhandled. Man, that's crazy, man. But that's how they used to do us. In some aspects, it's still like that. Probably not nowhere near as bad, but it's still out there, man. But here's the kicker. Claudette wasn't just brave. She became a key plaintiff in a case called Browder versus Gale, the federal lawsuit that actually led to the desegregation of Montgomery's bus system in 1956. It wasn't Rosa Parks. It wasn't Dr. King, not the boycotts by themselves, but Claudette Colvin was on the legal front lines, y'all. Yet history books barely mentions her, man. Let's keep it real, y'all. So the leaders of the civil rights movement, many of whom I respect deeply, man. I've done their stories on here. I've read the books. I've really dived in, man. They made a calculated decision, and that's how they did their thing. Claudette, they said, was not the right face for the movement. She was young, dark-skinned, and later she even got pregnant. So the movement wanted someone who could be palatable to white America. Ain't that kind of funny, man? Someone clean-cut, respectable, mature, and that's why Rosa Parks, who worked for the NAACP and was already known in civil rights circles, was chosen. Now, this ain't no shade on Rosa Parks, because you did your thing too, Auntie. Ancestors bless you, continue to watch over us. So Claudette, unfortunately, was left out. She was silent. She was forgotten, some say. And that's what we're here to fix, man. That's why I'm doing this episode on her today, man, because the truth has a funny way of coming to the light, man. Claudette's defiance didn't lead to applause. It led to isolation. She lost friends. She was labeled trouble. She even had to leave Montgomery and go to New York. She struggled. She was a single mother, working as a nurse's aide for years. She got no awards, no parades, no mainstream recognition. And yet, when you ask her if she regrets it, they say she'll say no. And I guess this was an interview or something like that, man. I'm going to put the quotes because I personally didn't see the interview. It was said that she said, I felt like Join the Truth was pushing me down on one shoulder and Harriet Tubman was pushing me down on the other, saying, sit down, girl. I was glued to my seat. She was saying them ancestors got into her, man. As far as a person who studies Kemetic spirituality, is absolutely the truth, man. The ancestors spoke to you, auntie, and you keep doing what you're doing out there. So Claudette Colvin's story isn't just a Black History Month fact, y'all. It's a mirror for the movement. It shows how even the fight for justice must examine our own biases, because they did that. You know what I'm saying? They put dark-skinned melanated people against light-skinned melanated people, and that goes all the way back to slavery. That's why they separated the light-skinned ones, because they had the fairer skin, quote unquote, and put them in the house, and they put the ones that had that energy in them, you know what I'm saying, that high dose of melanin in them, they put them outside, which caused this separation, man. So the movement that fought racism also sidelined the dark-skinned teenage mother. That's the uncomfortable truth, but it's the truth, man. Y'all know how I do on Melanin Warriorz podcast, man. I just speak the facts as they come to me, man. And her story reminds us of something powerful. You don't have to be old. You don't have to be polished. You don't have to be chosen. You don't have to be old. You don't have to be polished. You don't have to be chosen. All you need is courage and conviction, my guys. And y'all can do whatever it is that you're setting out to do, man. So to all my young, highly melanated kings and queens out there who may be listening, whose parents may be listening, if you ever felt overlooked, undervalued, or erased, Claudette is definitely your blueprint, man. So y'all make sure y'all follow that, man, because there's always more to the silly stuff y'all see on social media and the shooting each other for nonsense and the dumbass challenge. Excuse my French again, man. Like I said, I just get real passionate about that. This girl was 15 when she did that, man. Now, I know the youngest that's out there right now got that same strength. You just need to pull it out. So in 2021, finally, the state of Alabama expunged Claudette's record over 66 years after her arrest. Now, we won't tell your age out here, auntie, but this Melanin warrior is still with us today. She is here. If y'all are related to her, if y'all know anybody that know her family, tag her in this video, man. Tell her, man, we shine a light. We giving you your flowers, auntie. We love you out here. So let's go ahead and give her flowers while she can still smell them. You know what I mean? But because what she did, that was warriorship. Not the kind with weapons, but the kind with principles, resistance, and a backbone made for the steel, man. As we close out, man, y'all remember this one. Revolution isn't just about who gets remembered. It's about who had the audacity to rise when nobody else was watching, man. So y'all go ahead, like, subscribe, share. Y'all join me next week the same time, man, the same YouTube channel, whatnot. And remember, y'all, if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything. Hotep, I shake.
Stand for something, you're going to fall for anything. Let's go. M-E-L-A-N-I-N. Warriorz. M-E-L-A-N-I-N. Warriorz. M-E-L-A-N-I-N. Warriorz. M-E-L-A-N-I-N. We Melanin Warriorz.